Remember when the special prosecutor addressed the press, he continuously mentioned Manasseh's name and this whole thing. We'll come back to this story and speak to Manasseh on it. But then before that, the vice chairperson of the Defense and Interior Committee of Parliament, Peter Toobu, is advocating the purchase of a new presidential aircraft. The presidential jet has been the subject of discussion in recent years due to frequent repairs and maintenance delays, which have sometimes forced government delegations to rely on chartered flights for international trips. Now, Peter Toobu joins us on the telephone line to explain to us why he feels or believes there's time for Ghana to purchase a new presidential jet. Thank you very much for your time. I saw your post on social media. And why are you pushing for a new presidential jet, sir?
Thank you very much. Let me take the advantage this evening to say good evening to your cherished listeners and viewers. What is the essence of a presidential jet? All of us know that throughout history we have presidential jets, and they've been very useful for our country, very particular regarding the safety and security of our presidents. In the past, we used to have two jets. I can remember we used to have the Gulfstream and we had the Fokker 28. The Fokker 28 at the time was new, and the Gulfstream was a backup aircraft. And when the Gulfstream was down, we went and purchased Falcon 900, and the Fokker 28 became a backup flight. Today, the Gulfstream is no more. Fokker 28 is no more. The only flight that we have, the only aircraft we have as a presidential jet is Falcon 900, which since March 2025 has remained with the mechanics at maintenance. And we do not have any again. So I am saying that if you are looking at the essence of presidential jet, that covers the safety and security of the president. That we are talking about the operational flexibility and efficiency of using a jet for our president. We are talking about aviation diplomacy. And last but not the least, national image of Ghana. We should hurry up and go and buy an aircraft. The fact is that even in the last parliament, MPP at the time that they were in government, they saw the need to propose that we bought one. At the time, the Falcon 900 was still flying. Today, it is no longer flying. It's remained with the mechanics for long. And you and I know that you even send your car to the mechanic for ordinary maintenance, and it takes more than a day. It tells you there's a problem. And when the mechanic calls you that, listen, I have done the ordinary maintenance, but you need to change several parts. And after changing several parts, he still calls for more changes. It tells you the mechanic himself has an integrity to protect. He has an image to protect. Until it is done and fit for purpose, it will never be released. So this aircraft can remain in France for another month or two, and we can't compel them to release it because they have an image to protect. But what I'm saying is that let's begin the process now to procure a new presidential aircraft. It will not come in a day or two, because procuring an aircraft can take 2 or 3 years. So let's begin now, before finally this one becomes not fit for purpose and we sit without any hope at all. It is time for us to do that.
Vice Chair, I remember very well the previous administration started a conversation of acquiring a new jet. And I remember your side in Parliament at that time vehemently opposed the purchase of a jet. What has changed now? Is it because the one we are using now is out of order, sort of? So there's a need to have a new one, and looking at the opposition, your side then, push for a new jet. How do you reconcile the two?
The simple statement I made even at the time was that we needed the security and safety of the president guaranteed with a presidential jet. And they told us that they wanted to buy one. But the argument was that what we had at the time was fit for purpose, because that was what they told us. And at the time, when $1 was going out for 15 to 16 Ghana cedis, and the economy was shaky a bit, we felt that that was not the right time to do that. Today, anything that is priced in dollar is cheaper to the Ghanaian government. And thanks to Honorable Arthur Forson and the governor of the Bank of Ghana, if you were buying something at $10 at the time, that would be about 170 Ghana cedis. Today, that $10 thing, that $10 thing has reduced so much to the point that the cedi has become stronger, and anything priced in dollar has become cheaper. So strategically, the time to buy things priced in dollar is now. And I'm saying that apart from the price advantage, because of the appreciation of the cedi, we believe that the Falcon 900 that is more than 15 years old is on its way gradually out. Because I mean, an aircraft, you can use it for 25, 30 years. Yes. But this particular one, the way it has spent so much time at the workshop and is not even being released, any ordinary person will agree that this aircraft gradually is phasing out. And we should be thinking of procuring a new one. And I'm saying that if I'm saying that we should procure an aircraft today, you can procure the aircraft today and probably President Mahama may not even sit on it before he gets out of parliament in 2029. Because it will take time for it to arrive. And in the past, it is there. The president procures an aircraft, he's gone, and the new president comes to use it. So we are talking about procuring an aircraft for His Excellency the President of Ghana, not necessarily John Dramani Mahama.
Vice Chair, am I to believe that now the country has the financial muscle to purchase a new aircraft from the argument you are making?
When you are talking about financial muscle, you contrast that with the security need of His Excellency the President and do the cost-benefit analysis. And you realize that if you have our priorities right, the amount of money we have sunk into SML, the amount of money we have sunk into this health management information system, the amount of money we have sunk into the whole that we now call the National Cathedral site, if we had our priorities right, buying a presidential jet would not be a problem. And I think that right now, if we have our priorities right, getting the money to buy a presidential jet, if it is a priority, we shouldn't have a problem at all. And I think the time is now.
The argument then was that, Ghana was still a developing country. We still have schools under trees. We had hospitals without equipment and the rest. Has those dynamics changed for us to be considering or thinking of buying a new jet?
My brother, when you talk about Ghana with schools under trees, when you talk about our bad roads, when we talk about our hospitals that need medicines, you need a president who is secure to think strategically to be able to bring this development up. So we are talking about providing security and safety for His Excellency the President who represents the soul and spirit of the nation. It is not just ordinary. It is this president who will have to think deeply and have a vision and a strategy to be able to bring schools to be able to bring schools that will do the best, to be able to bring hospitals that will save us, to be able to bring the better roads. So we are talking about providing security for that particular person, His Excellency the President. So this is a deeper matter. It's a very serious security matter, and we should just let it go.
How soon should we start a process in purchasing it?
In fact, it should have been yesterday.
Yesterday?
It should have been yesterday.
Vice Chair, thank you very much for your time. Vice Chairperson of the Defense and Interior Committee of Parliament, Peter Toobu, advocating for the purchase of a new presidential jet. He believes that the current one that we are told is in France for repair has been out of service for a long while, and it's about time Ghanaians consider or government considers to get a new presidential jet. This is